Antidifferentiation or integration is the opposite process to differentiation. Remember, when you have differentiation of something, right, you bring the power down to the front or multiply by what's already there, and you subtract 1 from the power. Right? If it's just a number with the x power, then the x essentially disappears because it becomes power of 0. And if it was a number, there's a bit more depth to that, that essentially becomes 0, so that's gone. The derivative of this, remember there's a few ways to write that, would be 3x squared plus 4x minus 7. To go the opposite way, what you do is you add 1 to that power, so the opposite process, and divide by that new power. So same with this one, add 1 to this, divide by that new power. If it doesn't have an x, you tack on an x. Now because the number when you differentiated became 0, when you go back the other way, you don't actually know what that number is. So you need to put on what they call a constant. The default is a letter lowercase c, right? You do not know what that is unless they give you some additional information which the graph passes through to be able to then work out what the c value is. Please be careful that if you do not write the c when you're anti-differentiating, you will lose a mark for every single question that you write without the c. Okay? So, in this case, if I was to start off with a fresh one, let's just say we had 4x cubed, go with it, make it extra hard as well. So we've got x root x and then minus 5, and that's it. Okay? So same thing again, add 1 to this, divide by that new power, so we 4x to the 4 divided by 4. Right? This is the same thing as x to the power of a half. Okay? So remember, you must convert it to a fractional power. So you add 1 to the half, so that's x to the 3 on 2. Careful when you're dividing by fractions, that's divided by 3 divided by 2, so the 2 actually goes up to the top. This one you just tack on the x to it, and then of course you must have that plus c. To simplify that, these two cancel. Like I said, bring the 2 up to the top, and then that's it. So you have x to the 4 plus 2 over 3, x to the 3 on 2. You would not change that to a third, just leave it like that. Minus 5x plus c. Now if the question said that f of 1 equals 2, something like that, whatever. Right? That means that the original information that they've given you when x is 1, y is equal to 2, that is what you would use to work out what your c value is. Okay, so in this case, the y would be like this, y equals and all of that. So you put the 2 there, substitute the 1 into all of this, so just 1 plus 2/3 minus 5 plus c. So in this case, c will be negative 4, and chose bad numbers. 1, 6 minus 2/3 equals to 5 and 1/3. Alright, so then you would write your final equation, x to the 4, 2 on 3, x to the 3 on 2, minus 5x, plus 16